Welcome. This is the video for the Freedom60 syringe pump. So first thing to go over with this pump does not require batteries. This pump is basically a spring operated pump and you do not require batteries to use this pump. There's no battery compartment, there is no internal battery. How this pump works is it is spring driven and manually charged. I'm gonna call it charged. So how you do that is you take this little wheel here that has this little directions and you spin it. And as I spin it, you'll see this black piece. This is what presses down on the syringe, start to move up the line. Get the glare off of it. So you can see it moving up the top there. This is how you prime this pump, how you prepare it. So I'm going to warm that up. And you can bring it all the way to the top. You only need to go as far as goes. The syringe is inserted in there, but you can go all the way to the top for it. So now this pump is primed and ready to be used. Next part is I want to show you loading the syringe in there. So for using this pump, it requires special tubing. Basically, this is some specific syringe tubing that needs to be used to secure the tubing into place. Secure the syringe into place. And I'll show you how it does that in a moment. So let's go ahead and open this up. One second. Okay. That is one tough cookie. Okay, and I got lovely black stuff all over my hands from the description on that. So, how this is relevant for this situation is the tubing is required to be used because it holds it into place in the pump. So here is my syringe. We're just assuming for this demonstration, let's just say that I've got 50 milliliters. I got 15 milliliters in my syringe right now. Let's go ahead and attach this. So for attaching this tubing into the syringe, it's very easy. It just twists into place. So you just twist it on there, give it a little twist to be secured. At this point, if there's an extension required, you want to remove this little cap, which is just twist into place as well. Remove this cap and install an extension. This is a very short tubing, so most likely an extension will be needed. So you'll twist the extension on there. At this point is when you want to prime the line. So at this point, you manually prime it with a syringe. There's no priming with the pump. You have to prime it manually. So you're just going to go ahead and watch it and go ahead and prime it. And prime it until the extension is primed, until you see one drop coming out, and you know it's successfully primed. Back to 50. So once you've primed it, you can then hook up the patient. You want to make sure that this is a slide clamp, so if it needs to be, if you want to make sure there's no flow happening to guarantee that, you can close this off. You want to make sure this is opened up before the pump is started, though, or it's going to have an occlusion issue. So go ahead and open that up for the demonstration. So let's look at loading this syringe into the pump. The syringe goes in here pretty easily, so it basically slides straight in. The flange needs to go this way. And the reason you need this tubing is it holds it into place. Without this tubing, this syringe would just slide straight out. So this tubing is what holds this into place on the pump and keeps it nice and secure. So as you can see here, I only needed to really twist the top this far, but you don't really know that, so you can just twist it all the way up. It's fine, it doesn't matter how far up you twist this. You can go all the way. So we now have the pump syringe loaded into the pump. We'd be ready to start it. So we got the pump syringe loaded in, we got the line primed, we got the patient hooked up, we're ready to start this pump. So right now for our demonstration, because there is no liquid and because there's no pressure going on, it's freely coming out, it's gonna run a little fast. Which is fine. Normally, when you're using this in the home of the patient, it's going to run much slower than what's about to do for my demonstration because I have no resistance happening and there's nothing in the line. So it's just pushing the syringe, pushing the air through. So for the demonstration, we've got this off and we've got on. So again, there's no batteries for the pump. That's not to turn it off and on. This is start and stop basically. So this is stopped, this is start. So turning it on starts the pump. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And when I turn it on, you'll see this black, I'm going to call it the plunger, this is called the plunger, come down and hit the syringe and then continue to push through. So it's a one-time push, it's at a constant rate. The rate is determined by the tubing type and the pharmacy will determine what that tubing type and what that rate should be before the pump is sent out. On the tubing it has a little designation, this is F900. There's several different numbers this can be. F180, 180 is a slower one. F900 is a faster one. But the rate is determined by the tubing, and the pharmacy will determine what the proper rate is when that gets sent out. So you just want to verify that you have the correct one. When we send out this tubing, we always send out with a delivery ticket. It's an item that has an itemized list that everything gets sent with, and this tubing will be specified which one it should be. So you can just verify by going this is F900, and you can pull up your delivery ticket and go, I have F900 on the delivery ticket. That's the correct one. And I just say this just in case the wrong one gets sent. You'll be seeing F1200 right here, and you're seeing F900 on the ticket, and you say, oh, this is the wrong one. Let me call the pharmacy to double check. You can always call and double check which one it's supposed to be. So in this one, it's F900. If I had my delivery ticket, I'd be staring at F900 on the actual item. So we know that one's correct. So let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to go ahead and start it, and you can just watch the black plunger. And it's a little loud again. It won't be this loud when you're using it with the patient. It's a little loud until it gets to this point. Once it hits this point, it's usually much quieter. So you saw it finally catch there, so I'm purposely stopping the lineup right now. As you can see, if there's an occlusion, there's no beeping, no alarming, the pump will stop. And as the occlusion is released and removed, it will start again. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my finger off of there, and you can kind of hear the air escaping, and that is it pumping as well. Bloop, bloop. All right, so that is successfully infused with this pump. That's basically all you need to know about it. So in order to release this syringe, what you want to do is go ahead and spin it to off, and you can then twist the wheel and remove the syringe. And you can go ahead and toss the syringe at this point. What we do ask you that you do is go ahead, and we want this plunger to be all the way down. So once you're done using the pump and you've raised it a little bit, go ahead and turn it back on so it goes all the way down until it stops and clicks, and then turn it back off again. I'm going to show you right now. And that's the proper way to store the syringe in between uses. And that completes the video for our syringe pump. We'll see you for the next one. Thank you.